Okay, these guys I am not with. This is a solo mission. But I did get their radio channel, just in case. Everything's looking secure. Be iced up. Gotta watch out for the high faxes. I already burned up one last time I had skis on. Not sure what was with that, why just one happened, but so I'm about to go up and away. This should be a nice warm day. That's why I'm out here doing what I'm doing, which I'll explain as we go. I got ski boots on. Just gonna make shifting difficult. Also, ice. Shoveling snow into the high faxes is going to be more difficult with boots on. Alright, one trick here when you're on a freshly groomed trail and it's iced up in the morning is to let the snowmobilers get out in front of you. There they go. Because what they do is they churn up the ice from overnight. This would have melted and froze last night. And it should be melting pretty quickly. I think it's almost above freezing already here. But you see, it's springtime. I got the shrouds off.
Hang on, Cody.
Well, I thought they were getting in front of me. A little heel shift there. Well, now they're getting behind me. I think the snow's soft enough. That's difficult shifting. Downshifting will be no problem, but I think I got the recluse. Alright, there's my destination coming into view right there. Straight ahead. Once I get out here a ways, I will be on the elevator. Cruising up to the top there. Things seem to be going pretty good here from a high fax standpoint. Some weird chunks left over, and where the sun's hitting, it's already melting, so I think I got enough moisture flying. Woo, looking sweet up there. Hopefully there's not too much of an ice crust. I'm not expecting great skiing, but that's not the objective today. It's more about getting a little fitness setup and checking on things. So there's a poker run tomorrow. That's why I'm out here today. So I didn't want to deal with any traffic tomorrow. Plus it looked like such a beautiful day. And I know the groomer's been out, knocked out all the bumps. Wow, looks like all the T-posts are covered up. It's one of the better snowpack areas. In the whole region, really. Sometimes it can be kind of scarce through some of that, but oh, we got a We got a crust in here. Weird steering. Get back on that other side. Yeah, we got a crust. Also got a ditch right here that is really filled in. Okay, I'm not too far off from my planned parking spot. Oh, that is a weird crust. And that's where I'm going, right there. So I told myself this year I was gonna back off, not do solo missions, but here I am. But let me explain a few things on how when I go solo, I kind of drop things down into within my risk tolerance, and I'm comfortable with it. I mean, not ideal, but sometimes you're just doing things or the schedules don't line up. It's hard to get a buddy. Normally, that would be it's best to have a buddy in the backcountry, for sure. But I hear the experts always talking about this too in their avalanche presentations, but I'll be watching the person talking and I know full well that they go out solo. So they're not practicing what they preach either. So some things I do to make it as safe as possible, really limit the risk. One is I stay in really good fitness. I'm one of the fittest guys you'll ever meet, so I have no problem walking 10 miles out of here. So that leads me to the second point, which is if I'm solo, I'll either have snowshoes or skis. Right now I got skis. So if I have to ski, I'm like 9 miles from the trailhead right now, maybe 10. I definitely could ski out of here if I had to on my own. So that's one, always have a way to get out. The other thing is, I'm taking a route in that has way better cell service the whole time. I could go down in that hole down there, but because I'm solo, I'm going in this route. Better cell service. Also, I've got better radio service, and I've got a radio that has Forest Service channels, state police, all the local channels, FRS channels, ham radio channels, so I can talk to people if, assuming I'm not passed out somewhere. There's communication. Also, I'm coming out on a day that I know the weather's going to be nice, so kind of eliminating weather as an issue. And then I'm piggybacking off the people that are already coming out here, setting up for the poker run tomorrow. And I lucked out too, and there were 5 sledders in the parking lot. I talked to them and got the intel on what channels they're using, so, and I know where they're going, so I told them where I'm going too, so that is kind of leeching off of some existing people. So if something comes down and I need to talk to them, they're kind of going to be in this general area, assuming that they got their issues fixed. Okay, hopefully we don't have a bad crust in here. That doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. But there's also something to be said about when you go solo or even two people. I know when I go solo, I can move a lot faster. So the less time you're in danger zones, the better. Like I've been with groups where you kind of just stall in a tricky spot, technical area or something, and you're exposing yourself to avalanche risk or other problems. So that concept of moving through difficult spots and then just getting in and getting out, like I'll be able to go up here by myself way faster than going up here with someone that either doesn't have the snowmobile skills or doesn't have the fitness or the ski skills. It's kind of hard to find people that, it's actually really hard to find people that kind of match up with that skill set I've got, so I can cruise in and out of here much faster than going in with someone else. So there's that element too. The other thing too is I know this area really well, so I'm not going to get lost, plus visibility is good. So I'm almost to the parking spot. So all those things to me lower my risk to the level I'm comfortable with. And so far I'm making crazy good time. And I see a good parking spot, should be, I think, right in there. Right there, I see where I'm going. You can see the hut. Should be up there within a couple hours. But I want to find a... Oh, usually I park over here. This will be a better parking spot. So I could drop down in the bottom and save myself climbing up out of here at the end, but I prefer, for one, not to get stuck down in that hole. There's less communication down there. And secondly, I kind of would like to climb up out of there so I'm warm when I jump on the bike, and I won't be getting cold on the way out. Wow, this is pretty decent for snow biking right here. Alright, I like this spot. In fact, I'm gonna cruise around. Check out my exit route before parking it in that sweet spot. Yeah, these are great conditions. I wish I could be snow biking all day. There it is. So I've had my snow bike fall over enough over the years that now there'll be a lot happening, probably some bad wind. The sun moves around the snow, various things, so I'd prefer not to come back and have my bike laying on the ground and my oil moving all around where it shouldn't be. So I like to just find a tree, lean it up against something that's not going to sway around too much in the wind, but that's good. And if it does fall over, at least it's going to be kind of propped up on something. The other thing would be losing all your fuel, but this is a, what do they call these, the no slop fuel things that if your bike flips upside down, it in theory keeps it from draining out. So that has been really good purchase, putting these on all my bikes. crusty. Okay, I need to make sure that I cross China Ditch in the right spot, and then get up on that ridge. Yeah, all looks good. Oh, it's skiing great. No way I'm getting cell service here. Hello? No, I'm actually on skis right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, that was good. I didn't know I got cell service down in this hole. It's good to know for future reference. Had a nice conversation with my daughter in college. It was crystal clear. I don't know how that's working so well in here. So, skins on, big climb. Hopefully it's not windy up there. It is beautiful in here, comfortable. I don't need any of this jacket or anything. Probably gonna be boiling on this climb up. So if you look back at my last videos, the China Ditch Witch happened right there. I can see it right now. It's more filled in this year, so it would have been a softer landing for him. That's for sure. And I didn't see any water flowing there, so. But it looks to be filled in with snow. I'm going to be taking off layers at a rapid pace here. I'll stop short of bare-chested though. Right there. You can see the outline of the ditch. Continuing on the topic of solo safety, I had Cal Topo out. This right here is the only shaded avalanche slope that I was going to expose myself to today, and things are pretty stable with a lot of melt freeze happening through here. And what I did is I pulled out Caltopo, looked at the avalanche shading, and saw if I climbed up a little bit higher I could scoot across in a safer spot. And I'm totally happy with this little traverse. I just gotta go over to there and I'm on the ridge. Takes me up to the top. So you notice though, got my Abby bag handle out, and again, like, try to get through the danger as quick as possible. I'm sure this doesn't look too steep on the GoPro. It's actually not too bad right here. In fact, this would be nice to ski down this slope. So one thing when I'm solo, always have an airbag, because that is one of my fears, is being buried under an avalanche and cursing myself for not having my airbag on if I'm solo. If I was with other people, at least I could cross my fingers they dig me out. But if I'm solo, I better have that airbag deployed. So I always go with airbag solo. Pretty much anytime I'm out now, I got an airbag, even if the avalanche danger isn't too bad. Just get in the habit of it. These Dakine packs are well done. All right, there it is. I'm out of harm's way from an avalanche standpoint. Taking a little break here. One thing I did when I came up off that steep slope, since I know that was a good safe entry point and by myself, I took my skin track really wide to set up a handrail or bumper rail, however you want to call it, just as kind of a safety thing on my way down. So if I don't cross my skin track, I'll know where to hit that, so I don't get too deep down and get lost or cut off too early. So I just created a setting there where you can do that if it's not snowing much, or a day like today. I'll still be able to see my skin track. So anyway, that was another safety thing. Just continuing on the topic of safety solo in the backcountry. All right, little white bark pine. I'm hearing some snowmobiles over there. So I was talking about earlier about leeching off of the snowmobilers. So that's a group that I would totally trust to have my back. The snowmobile community has always been really good, ready to help each other out, really easygoing. Most guys that and gals that I really grown to trust in the backcountry, and just some old redneck ingenuity. They'll usually fix a problem or whatever and get the job done. Whereas the ski community, backcountry ski community, I don't trust those guys to have my back at all. There's some shiesty mofos in those groups around here, and I use the term community really loosely. I wouldn't call it so much of a community, but definitely the snowmobile group, I would those would be the guys I'd rely on. I wouldn't rely on search and rescue either. They're just way too slow. I'd die out here before they get me. But I mean, it's good that we've got them, and but I don't have a spot device or anything like that I'm going to activate, because I know I either got to get on my own, or I've got my own list, my own call list of people. It just depends on what the issue is, if I ever run into it. But there are certain people I'll call I know that I trust can get the job done. It's part of the old Shat network that helped save my buddy right down there. In fact, I was just talking to his son recently out of warming shelter, talking about that incident. But that was just right down there to the left. So those are some solo safety things I kind of have in mind to activate. So I've got my own emergency plan. the topic of personal safety, that's why I was putting on sunscreen. But I almost forgot. Is that a gunshot? Some cornices falling. I just heard something boom out in a direction that wouldn't have any type of people shooting, probably. But almost forgot, you always got a sunscreen underneath stuff that normally doesn't get sun, like under your nose, up underneath your hat, because the solar radiation is pretty intense today, so it bounces off the snow. Good thing I remembered to bring sunglasses too, otherwise I'd be going snowblind up here. So as you can tell, it's not just some careless solo trip into the backcountry. I put a lot of thought into it. And like I said also earlier, going by myself, I can go at my own speed. Sometimes even when you're with another person, similar fitness, one of you might be on a bad day and might be slowing the other down, but I think I'm only about 20 minutes from getting up there. It's a nice little break spot. I found myself a bench. This is sweet. You need to take a dump in the backcountry. This is ideal, especially under these temps. But that's all right, I got a toilet up there, unless the door's open and I'd have to shovel it out. But that's another thing I don't do, is take craps in the backcountry. I keep my bowels tight, except for one incident, the Long Lake incident. That was one time, couldn't keep it under control and decimated an area out there in the pristine wilderness. But that's probably one time in like 20 years of hiking around and snowmobiling and snow biking around in the woods that I've ever actually had to drop a trow. Otherwise, I just use a toilet like any other sophisticated person.
Now I can't get out.
There's my
You head right or left coming up the hill?
people that I'm leeching off
I
of.
went right.
Something about that 8,000 foot mark, that's usually when I start feeling it, breathing hard. Feel like I'm hitting the wall, but right about 8,000 feet is where you start catching a glimpse of the hut, and through the trees, kind of see it there. There it is right there. So, gives you a carrot.
Did you climb all the way to the top? No, I'm about halfway down. I can see Luke right now. Which direction from him? Your right or his right?
All
He's
looks
to my right.
all looks intact right now. There it is. This building turned 100 this year. 100. And it's looking mighty fine. Did some work on it last summer. Celebrate its 100-year birthday. Those are brand new shutters on that right side there. And they are looking resplendent. Oh, the whole thing is wintering great. Doors all buttoned up. Oh, it's looking so good. Let me check the other side. Been listening to these guys try to describe where they're at, and I take back.
Yeah, I hit that road, went left. That's the direction you're at. I don't hear you.
Case in point, I take back everything I said about my trail techs. I hate those conversations when they're like, oh, I'm in an opening. I'm by a tree. I'm in an opening. By some snow.
Are you on our track?
It is looking great. Caution. That goes into the abyss down there.
Is your sled running?
So some of those over there have all the snow blown off of them. Aneroid. Eagle Cap's looking sweet. Sea Cap. Bergs. Alright, careful, I don't want a cornice fall here. I know there's rocks right here underneath me, but I got skis on. Let's go do a quick assess of whether or not the outhouse is there or has fallen off the... Oh, there it is. Did not fall off the cliff, oh shit. Oh, it is really buried. That would take some... You'd work up a crap clearing that out for a crap. I've never seen that door. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's missing a wire. That's not a good side to be down one wire. Well, at least we got 2 of the 3 holding it up. Biggest fear is coming up here and not having a key. That's why I triple, quadruple, and whatever 5 is, check. See if any rats run out of here. Oh no. Broke. This thing broke off. I might not be able to get in this today. It's so perfect up here. Alright, the doorknob is jacked. I don't have the right tools to break into this place. I tried for like an hour to pick that lock. Problem is the thumb tab broke off. Oh well. Needs a new doorknob. The deadbolt's fine, I unlocked that, but I just can't get that other. So I've got some ideas on how to break in here, but don't have the time nor the tools today. Oh, what a comfortable day to be fiddling around with that. Well, the main thing I wanted to see was making sure that no shutters were flapping open, no windows are broken. Everything appears to be in good order. That ridge isn't as cross-loaded as I'm used to seeing. But yeah, everything's looking pretty good, pretty good. Best I've seen it in the wintertime in years. All right, time to ski down. Get out of here.
Hey, Don, did you come out of this the same way you came in, or did you go further down? You guys drop straight down, you'll hit the road. Okay, I just didn't know there was pass through the trees, you know. I kind of went back around and came out right on that big corner. Oh, kind of further to the north? I think if you guys just go straight down, you'll be right there on the road.
Well, they're my host organisms. Still down there.
See if you can get a good pass through there.
Just safely ski down out of here, and only partial mission accomplished. Very partial. Did not drop off what I wanted to. Gorgeous day out though. Let's come back with plan B. Okay, some spring skiing. I don't have spring wax on, so let's see how we do. Ah, feels kind of creamy. Oh yeah, skiing good. Ah, yeah, just like spring, even though we're not in spring yet. Here's where I had my handrail set up, skin tracks on the right, even safe skiers left. Decently open slope here. My skin track right there. Pretty sure this is the slope.
What's that, Don? I can hear something.
Yep. Okay. Last few turns, avalanche handles out. At least the sun's not completely baking it like earlier, so should be good on this slope. Safer slopes, nice. All right, finish this off. The bike is right over there. Go down there, transition, hike up. Not pretty, but I am out. Not the prettiest pool noodle setup, but none of my straps are gonna go into the track. It's a moment of truth. Uh-oh. Good old Yamaha. Occasionally it makes you think it's not going to work, and then always reliable. Okay. See you later. Things should be nice and slurpy going out. Looks like that's where they were talking about going up that hill. I see they went over there. Wow, beautiful day for a cruisy ride. And it looks like all the factors came through again with my solo mission. Not over yet. There's a lot of rocks up here I gotta dodge. Snowpack is really good in this area. Even those mountains are usually mostly brown. I'll peace out, turn the camera on if something great happens. Otherwise, you just assume I made it out. Or you'll find this GoPro on my corpse and you can enjoy all that talk about solo riding and what bullshit it was, because I'm dead. Either way, I win. No one at the cabin, no fire going, no need for it. Oh, what a mess. Must have just loaded up that groomer.